Yeah, football back then was fun. Smash Mouth, just good times. Home by Hilton over here on the right. Capriati's, that's a chain of sandwich shops here in Vegas. And even MLB, I mean, MLB, their ratings have been tanking, but that's because, you know, the game, everyone complained the game is so slow. Hey, pretty mama, thank you for being here. It was great today. Yeah, I dread July and August. It was fantastic today. Yeah, I don't know if you caught it. I went down to Good Springs, where the Pioneer Saloon is today, and it's actually a little bit, it's like 2 degrees cooler because they're like 1,000 feet higher than Vegas is. So that was cool, literally. And then I went down to Prim, but the whole day it was really, really gorgeous out. The winds haven't been that bad. I'm expecting this evening down on Fremont to be a little chilly because I can see the trees are moving along now. It's funny, when you're down in Prim, you can see these guys on final, like this Alaska Airlines flying in there to runway 1 right there at Las Vegas International Airport. Let me get out of this guy's lane. Not sure what the traffic is here. Coming up here to Town Square. Maybe people are trying to go over to Town Square. Chick-fil-A. I didn't realize they had a location right there. So they have frontage roads on both sides of the 215, especially here on the south side of town, which is weird. I guess it's for the folks, because when they go to return the rental cars, a lot of times they don't know exactly where they're going. Nice, Tobin. Wow, yeah, it's been really, really. Yesterday and today both were really, really nice down here, but I know it's beautiful up there where you are, especially when there's no rain and the sun's shining up there. It's awesome. And you get your, what, 1 or 2 days of above 90 every year up there? A lot of folks up there don't even have AC, do they? Because I know in Portland I read that a lot of folks up there don't have AC either. Which is unthinkable to me, being from Florida and now in Vegas. But even up in Reno, I mean, it gets up above 100. Michael, welcome, buddy. Thank you for being here. Yes, Charles, yes, you're absolutely right. And, you know, speeding up the game with the pitch clock, you do have SE. Okay, good. Yeah, the pitch clock, that helps move things along. And certainly you're right, the 2 big markets, those are really driving up interest. And that's probably why MLB is not going to institute a hard salary cap. I mean, they have the luxury tax, but the Dodgers and the Yankees are like, sure, we'll pay a luxury tax, no problem. So here is the airport. Actually, it's on the other side of Sunset up here. I thought this was Sunset. Oops. See the ramp there to go up to the Town Square there. They planned that one correctly. And then you see the 2 left turn lanes here to go into Town Square as well, which are full. But I'd show you Town Square with the sun setting right there. That would be not be a good shot. Lazy dog over there. Yes, thank all of you for being here. I really appreciate you guys for coming out, cruising with me here on this Saturday evening. And then Alter Ego this evening at, I'm going to try and go live around 8:30. Hopefully I can find a seat. It's Final 4 tonight. I think it's, Houston and What's-Her-Faces are playing tonight. There is the airport over there. A lot of tapping of brake lights here on the strip right now. Lived in Portland. 80, wow. Yeah. Oh, but you got the humidity up there too. Yeah, that'll do it too. I know in Florida they tell you it's only 90 degrees and 100% humidity. It's brutal. Speed limit drops to 35 here, just south of the strip. the executive terminal over here on the right. See if there are any Air Force jets over here. There's the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in the middle. And as usual, it is packed over here. A lot of people waiting to take that photo in front of that sign. Yeah, shout out to all my members. Tobin is a member, as far as I'm concerned. And Charles, and David, and Lance, thank you all so very, very much for being members. I appreciate all of you. So here we are at the south end of Mandalay Bay, Russell Road. 3 miles, exactly 3 miles from that intersection down at Blue Diamond to here. And that's if you're going to the convention center at Mandalay Bay. Otherwise, it's even more. So if you're going up to like the center or north end of the strip, it's going to be significantly more for your taxi from the Brightline station. So that's going to be a very expensive trip by the time you calculate all of it, right? You're talking about the if you take the basic fare, right? If you sit in economy or coach or whatever on the train, it's $119. Oh, nice, pretty mama. Yeah, I saw some of that when I first started. I came out and did some video around, what was that, around 1:30 this afternoon, and I saw them doing maneuvers and stuff up there. I got a couple of them, but it's hard with the phone. A, because if I can find them, then B comes into play where they just look like blobs, especially if I try and zoom in on them, because digital zoom doesn't work very well. You need like a big, powerful camera, optic zoom, to be able to capture some of those planes, the F-35s and stuff they had up there. I saw an F-35 being closely escorted by what looked like an F-18 Hornet up there too, and they were doing like a circle, like a 180 type of thing up there. So it was pretty cool. I don't know where the grandstands are or whatever they were doing, but yeah. So for anyone unaware, the Nellis Air Force Base was doing an air show today, and so they had all sorts of planes out there on maneuvers, putting on a show for folks. These lanes, the bot stops, the old and the new markings. Yes, I wish I could do that, Charles. I wish, but then I would lose my ability to monetize, and that's yeah. Otherwise, I would totally do that. In fact, one of the guys that I really loved watching, especially in LA, Jeremy Reed, he would do. Oh, look at the old. That's a Continental, or is that a town car? That's a blast, huh? And it's in good shape. I can't tell, but it's a good looking car. Got the fedora on and everything. Maybe a town car. Yeah, so he would do his live streams and stuff, and he would do like 7 hours he'd go for there in LA, just driving around looking at, going to like different police calls and stuff. And then afterwards, on his drive back to Anaheim, he would do, he'd play music and stuff on a different video. It is a big car. Yeah, they were boats back then, right? Yeah, I guess his name is Lou. Huh. Definite 70s era. That's cool. Snazzy, yeah. Especially parked out like well, Tropicana's gone, but like one of the old casinos, if it was like parked out in front of there. Nice, Charles, perfect. Very good, man. Yeah, so they had the mounds of dirt over here at where the Trop used to be. It looks like the mounds are still there, but no other movement ongoing. And then here is Excalibur, at which we learned this week, not only have they removed the bellhops, but they've also taken away valet. So now everything at Excalibur is self-parking. They should just rebrand it and call it Motel 6. The way they treat that property, they might as well just rebrand it at this point. Between that and then moving in all of MGM Grand's old furniture. Motel 6 on the Strip. There is New York right there. The Statue of Liberty. Once the playoffs begin, the NHL playoffs, that is, they might don the statue there with a Vegas Knights jersey. It's always impressive to me, the way they just put all these different features of New York City all in one spot like that. Again, very rare. This week we saw a 63. Nice. Yeah, they were huge back then. And car manufacturers were not, weren't staying with the times, right? People wanted fuel economy, especially in the 70s. And the car manufacturers were not giving the people what they wanted. But those were big cars, yeah. Safe, too, compared to what we have now. Big, heavy, and safe. So yeah, no more valet here at Excalibur. Not that anyone will miss it. But I'm wondering if that's the start of an avalanche. You know, because I know, okay, so in South Florida, the valets out in front of all the hotels down there, they were all contracted out. The hotels did not run the valet. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it here. Hey, Charles, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Awesome. I would toast to you, but I can't do that just yet. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, so Charles with the super sticker, awesome. The roller coaster going up there. I don't know if that's coming out in the video, but do the roller coaster there. All steel, yep, exactly. All steel. Continue northbound here on the Las Vegas Strip. Raising Cane's, Skechers, M&M World, Coca-Cola bottle, the Brooklyn Bridge. I gotta figure Streamlabs out, because I tried to start with Streamlabs. That's one of the reasons I started late. But there's the Hard Rock right there with the big guitar out front. And Streamlabs has these cool little noises and things for super stickers and stuff that I can't use on Prism, which... But I really appreciate you, Charles. Thank you. Gotta figure that thing out. I know, Streamlabs is weird. And then there's the crystal shops there. All of the place is way too expensive for me.